Give a call to the honourable member for Menzies.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. What actions has the Australian government taken in response to the conflict in the Middle East, including humanitarian assistance?
The call to the Prime Minister.
I thank the member for Menzies for his question and for his representation, particularly of Iranian Australians during what is a very difficult time. Now, the first priority of our government is to keep Australians safe. We've taken action to help ensure that safety. This morning I announced that Australia will contribute to the collective defence of Gulf nations under attack from Iran, deploying an E-7A Wedgetail aircraft to the region and providing a number of advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles to the United Arab Emirates. This is a defensive weapon. This is all about protecting civilians in the region, but also, of course, many of those civilians are Australians, including 24,000 of them in the UAE alone. The conflict is volatile and Australians in the region remain at risk, which is why we say to Australians who are offered a trip home, please take up the opportunity which is there. Since the 4th of March, more than 2,600 Australians have returned on 18 flights. A further 4 flights are scheduled to depart for Australia later today. Mr Speaker, I can also confirm that late last night the Australian government issued 5 humanitarian visas to members of the Iranian women's soccer team. Australians stand in solidarity with these brave women. They are safe in Australia and they should feel at home here. Very early this morning I also spoke with President Donald Trump on this matter, and I thank him for his concern for the athletes and for the United States support for our actions. This is a very delicate situation for these women. Their decisions have not been made lightly, and we have made it clear that if there are other members of the team who make a decision to ask for support, they will receive it from Australia. The conflict in the Middle East remains volatile. Its impacts spread not just across the region, but of course have an impact on the global economy. Our government remains focused and determined to respond to these issues, working proactively in the national interest to make sure that Australians are kept safe wherever possible, and we'll do whatever we can to ensure that that continues.
To associate his remarks on indulgence, the Leader.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Can I associate the opposition with the words of the Prime Minister with respect to deployment of capability in the Middle East and also the asylum seekers? It is a brutal regime in Iran, and we stand side by side with our allies against that regime to support both humanitarian interests and economic interests of our great country. We also support the decision of the government on the asylum seekers. As always, with seeking applications for asylum, it should be consistent with Australian law and in our national interest, but we support the decision made by the government.